show up your lives. And then he prayed, God, I'm asking for two things. Now let's just say that you sick and tired. You you will know that you're your own problem because you don't lack common sense. You don't you understand God. You've not even tried to even scratch the surface. Uh, Human wisdom, nothing godly wisdom. But now you're going to come to God and ask for two things. What two things would you ask? I mean, what two things would you say, Lord, I know you, God, and I know uh, there ain't nothing you can't do, but I'm going to ask you two things. You know, God's listening, and he's going to say to you, okay, ask. What two things would you ask for? And now we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be back. No, I'm just kidding. That's what they normally do. Two things. And he prayed, I'm asking for two things. Before I die, don't refuse me. Banish lies from my lips and liars from my presence. Give me enough food to live on, neither too much or too little. If I'm full, I might get independent, saying, God, who needs him? If I'm poor, I might steal and dishonor the name of my God. Hmm. Look at the things that he asked. Help me to never tell a lie. Would that have been on your first list? On the list, Lord, help me to never tell a lie. And don't even put me in the presence of those who lie. Hmm. Very, 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 very wide. Never tell a lie. And then he says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Hmm. If he becomes rich, he may become too proud. And if he becomes poor, he may dishonor the God's name he wants. And now that we old enough to do it, we can still hear them saying, telling us over and over. And then we get to the same point, like I said in the beginning of Proverbs, when we start to wise up and start saying, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I just be obedient? Why didn't I just do what they said? I knew what God said. Why didn't I just do that? But you're so worried about other people's business, busybody, doing all these other things, you exhausted. Then he also goes on to say, don't be stuck up and think you're better than anyone else. That's why I like the Message Bible. What explanation does that need? Don't be stuck up and think you're better than everyone else. You're probably one of those people that got a little extra money in your pocket, thought you were a little rich or whatever else, and nobody can even put up with you. And the unfortunate thing, those people when they get a little bit more money, a little bit elevation, they don't learn how to be humble, exercise humility, all these things that we've been talking about in Proverbs. Pride becomes before the fall. And then when they fall, and most of the time they do, then it's like, oh, then they're like this agar.